Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Here's the snap, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Allen. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And the back gets the football. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides. But they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
First down. Looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Allen. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in the first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
The back's got it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Here's the second down play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackle, but first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
This just goes to show you, everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. The ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. That's the 20. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception early, you're thinking, okay, great opportunity. Bang! They throw an interception right back. So everything is even. We can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
And here's the handoff. Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop it.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Hands off to the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll try the right here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play. Second down, we're going to throw it.
Catch made on the out route. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Shotgun formation here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's got his man wide open. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And the Nittany Lions churn out another first down. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The throw complete to the running back underneath. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Dumps it down to the back. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He hands it off from the gun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Longhorns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And in first down, they go right back to him. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Takeaway.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
So it turns out that was a smart move by the head coach using the challenge. The officials overturned the previous ruling on that play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It will cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's second down here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. He eludes the rush. Throws a bullet to the right. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
There's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
What a really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line. But it's 1st and goal for the offense.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. As a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. They'll go for it on fourth down, likely the final play of the first half. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
That ball just seemed to sail on him.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Heading left after the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pan him in.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? This offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Longhorns are going to keep this drive rolling. He hands it to the back. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He slings this one deep down the left side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
And he picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 32.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Pass not complete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You've got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. It's an option look. Pitch to the back. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it second and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right, and they get him down after the completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a first down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the 3-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important, is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Snags the quick throw. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
So obviously down two, they'll go for the two-point conversion and try to tie the score. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He'll get into the end zone. The two-point conversion ties this game up in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one will be fair caught. The Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. They've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer. Also, the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking to make a big play downfield. That's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
So tie game. 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The Longhorns are in the red zone now. And there's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, an interception late in the game like this in a tie game in the red zone. You just don't know how many opportunities you're going to get the ball back.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call it conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win it in regulation? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. First and goal, clock winding down. A great chance for this offense to get a go-ahead score. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Running a quarterback sneak here.
Well, once in a while you get to these critical moments in a game. And with that stop by this defense, here we are in the fourth quarter in a tie game. Now it's fourth down. You've had 3 chances to punch this in. Not able to do it. Do you take the lead, or are you going to try to get the touchdown this close to the goal line?
And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Long enough and good. But hold on, there is a flag down. They could accept it and keep the drive going. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. After the clutch kick to take the lead, now they'll kick it away. The offense still a chance to tie this game if they can drive the field quickly. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Now here comes the flea flicker. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.